Listen, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about appointment setting and what your daily and weekly targets should be. The name of the game is set appointments, give presentations, get a contract signed, and close deals. When you close deals, you get paid. What would it do to your life if you could increase the number of appointments you set every single week? Well, the benefit to you is now you're going to have more presentations to give. And the more presentations you give, the more contracts you can get signed. What is that going to do to your life? The real benefit, the more contracts you have signed, that's where the value is. Leads have no value, the contracts do. So we got to get more contracts signed because when that deal closes, that's how you get paid. And that's what I care about, and that's what you care about. Obviously, you want to give a great experience to the customer, but you don't even get to do that unless you have a signed contract. So here's what you need to do every single day. Your focus should set 2 appointments a day. Minimum, you got to be hitting 5 a week, ideally 10. But the question might be like, Colton, where am I going to get 10 appointments from? Well, step number 1, you should always be on the lookout for a listing appointment. These are my favorite. If I can go get a $500,000 listing contract signed, I can leverage my time more, and I have in today's marketplace buyers fighting and knocking down the front door to get it. I become the god or the goddess of real estate, and that's where you want to be. The second type of appointment you need to be on the hunt for every single day is a qualified buyer presentation, but you want to make sure you set your standard really, really clear. Because you don't want to be working with a $200,000 buyer with no money down on a 580 credit score because they can't buy a house. You're going to be working for frickin' free. And we don't want you to work for free. We want you to get paid the big bucks. That's why you're going to join the WGR Academy. I'm going to help you get rich. But the other thing that we want to do, the third appointment that you really got to get great at, I'm telling you, knock this out of the park, you will start to make way more money than you're currently making. And that is simply start setting networking appointments. See, pre-COVID, we were setting up these lunch appointments or these networking appointments, but after COVID hit, that kind of went away. It gave you an excuse not to network anymore. It actually gave you an advantage if you would pay attention. For years, I've been doing this long before COVID. I set up 15-minute Zoom meetings. I send my Calendly link and I say, hey, let's schedule a networking meeting and just catch up. So the third type of meeting I want you to focus on, even if you're brand new, if you've been in the business for 20 years, every single day, focus on setting 1 to 2 networking meetings. So you could set 4 to 6 networking appointments every single week, and you could do 1 to 3 or 4 of these listing and buyer presentations. By doing the networking meetings, you will end up actually getting buyer and seller leads and get the opportunity to present, get the contract signed. Like I've trained you in other videos, you got to have contacts, you got to have meaningful conversations, you got to be able to set the appointment, and you got to be able to actually go and give a presentation. So when you go, the idea is, can you give an amazing listing presentation that walks away with a signed listing contract? And today, can you do it virtually on your screen via Zoom and teach them how to click the button and do a digital signature right there in real time in less than 30 minutes? We can teach you how to do that. Can you meet with your buyers and actually get a buyer contract signed via Zoom or in person? This is imperative. But then what's the point of the networking meeting? It's to add so much freaking value to that person's life to make their day just a little bit better and find ways you can contribute to them that you can generate a referral. I tell everyone all the time, listen, my goal is to add so much value to your life that you either send me a referral or you do business with me personally. And that's what I'm here to do. So by the way, who do you know that I should have on my radar that's thinking of making a move over the next 12 months? That question has to come up in your 15-minute networking meeting. Cool thing about Zoom is you don't got to drive, you don't got to buy coffee, you don't have to drive back. You can literally do it from your car if you're like most realtors working from their car all the time. So here's what I'm gonna leave you with. The ideal target, set 2 appointments a day. 1 listing or buyer appointment and 1 networking appointment. You follow that formula, you can go on your way to $500,000 to $1 million a year guaranteed. And if you're brand new and your brain's like, I can't even think that big, it's the first step to start to earn $12,000 to $15,000 every single month. Today, in my business, I run my real estate team, I have my investment company, we have our network with Real Brokerage, we have our real estate academy, and we have these different companies that we're monetizing. But I still, every single day, who are the people I need to talk with? Am I hitting 30 meaningful conversations a day? Now, I want to leave it with this. In the olden days, when I started in real estate, I used Mojo Sales. I still do it today. We still have it in our organization. But I do more than just phone calls. I love dropping voice notes. Let me leave you with that gem. Make your target to hit 15 voice notes a day with the idea to get a response from someone and lead that either to a listing appointment, a buyer appointment, or at the very least, which you can get a ton of these, networking appointments. They are like gold. All right, I have a couple of webinars coming up here soon. Make sure you check those out. And if you haven't scheduled your business strategy call with one of my advisors, I recommend you do so. I mean, the links are freaking everywhere, probably somewhere around this video or in a link in a bio or something like that. Go get scheduled on a business strategy call. And here's what's going to happen in those conversations. We're going to find out where you are in your business. And then we're going to find out where you want to go. In order to get where you want to go, we got to know the reality. Not worse, not better than. And then from there, you build a roadmap. And my promise is this: your roadmap will get jacked up, but I will teach you how to correct and continue. And ultimately, put money in your bank account. That's what you're after. You got into real estate for two things. One, so you can make more money and make a better financial life. Two is so you have more freedom. If you're not quite doing that yet, or maybe you're making a bunch of money, but you don't feel free, maybe even burn out, you need to get on this strategy call. You need to be able to live life on your terms. All right, we'll see you there soon.